Yes. Hello, everybody. My name is Daf. I work for Royal Belgian FA. I manage and oversee content and media. This is another level than the big leagues we've been talking about this morning. We're just a small media company with a few people. I'll explain you that. So today I want to give you a bit of an insight on how we manage content and how we end up doing what we do. I'm going to try to explain you why we are doing it and how we pour that into a strategy. So I hope for the industry I can give you an insight on how this small, although we have big brands and big stars in our teams, how we are, as a small company, work with that. I'll need my clicker. Here you go. First, a bit of context. Actually, the context has been given in the previous speaker, so the playing field of today. A few years ago, we've decided at the FA to really push content to the front of our general strategy. We noticed, okay, actually we're part of the entertainment industry, and so we need to step up. And that entertainment industry, as you know much better than we do, is ever evolving, and actually it's in a constant revolution, if you ask me. And everybody is watching content individually, as has been discussed. If I watch my kids consume news, my youngest, he comes with news from TikTok and Instagram. My wife is scrolling through websites, and I use apps, for example. So there's a very big, diverse way of consuming. So in general, actually, so the volume of content has exploded, as you and your servers all know. So for us, as a federation, it's complicated to find our spot in that massive volume. Attention is fierce, and everybody's fighting for the attention for the football fans, etc. So it's important for us to keep on contacting and having a link with our fan bases on these different platforms. And we need to really claim our place in that media industry and that media ecosystem. So if you want to put our brands there, then we need to step up. So essential to have a strong online presence, as I said. There's a lot of competition for us. It's been talked about. I don't go into details. We just knew that content can be very strong. Everybody knows the example of Drive to Survive, what it did for Formula One. And everybody is making content and using content for their needs. In Belgium, we even had a bank who bought the rights for Jupiler Pro League for the goal alerts. Another good example is Lego, for example. 15 years ago, it was just a dull, old plastic factory making small toys, until the smart marketeers said, hey, maybe we should make a Lego movie, and we'll see what it brings, and voila, Lego is everywhere today. So voila, complicated, very crowded market, and for us, it was difficult to step up and find the right position. So we said, okay, content to the rescue. You can understand that these kind of slides I also used 2 years ago to my board to get a bit more budget. So voila, you'll see how this works. So for us, content is crucial. We make a direct link and a very strong link with our fan base. And we do it the way we want to do it, with our own voice, as described. Some things we need to bring very dry and dull, and other things we want to bring sexy and entertaining. So content helps us with that. It sticks, of course, and it helps to support our brands and image. And not to forget, also for a company like ours, it brings solutions for our commercial partners. I see some of them here in the room. Branded content and co-produced productions help us to create stickiness with the sponsors and partners in our ecosystem. So, what's the end goal? We want to remain relevant with our brands. And what are we talking about at the Royal Belgian FA? This is our brand tree. not that important, but just to give you a bit of context, so you probably best know the Belgian Red Devils and the Belgian Red Flames. We've been lucky enough for a small federation to have world stars in our brand, so this helps, and this helps to get me more budget and to get things rolling. So we're mainly present with our content on social. Here's some numbers. They need to be put in context, of course, but voila, we have a lot, big reach, and we have a lot of engagement on these channels, so we're doing quite okay when it comes to that. But of course, these social platforms, they all have fantastic data, but data that is not ours, the data that's in the US or in China when it comes to TikTok. So we're also pushing our own platforms. We've invested a lot in the RBFA app, and we're working on our website as well. So all these platforms, all the people we want to reach, if you want to do it properly, as we should do, we need a lot of content to nourish and then to fill these platforms with good stuff. So how did we pour this in a strategy? Well, we just took Excel and started listing up everything. Very simple. We created a structure. So the structure in every company is different, or it depends on your needs. This is for us here at the content verticals, the brands and the services that we have. What kind of formats do we want to put them in? The production value we want to attribute to it. Do we do it just with a smartphone, or do we really go for 16mm cameras? The platforms as discussed, and also, of course, who are we willing to address? And we poured it into a, let's say, triple strategy. This is just to create framework within the company to explain that we want to work structured to really create focus for the teams. So first of all, editorial strategy. We also, this is not my most beautiful slide, but it's a very important one. This is everything we do. It must fit in these three layers. So basic layer is the day-to-day, happy birthday Romelu Lukaku kind of stuff. We added a mid-layer where we really make YouTube-alike content. I really believe in that. A small series of about 5 minutes each episode, where we really can attribute qualitative production and really show what we stand for. So that's really important for us. And then finally, the premium layer, we don't invest in that, but we have the Netflixes and Disney Pluses who sometimes drop by, where we say, okay, we'll give you access if you give us, well, maybe a bit of money, but mainly also be part of your winnowing model. So if you have a documentary on Netflix, and maybe after that it will be on the local broadcaster, well, in the end game, maybe 2 years later, we'd love to have it on our platforms as well. Again, just giving structure and focus to the organization. Platform strategy normally takes me 10 slides, but I'll keep it short. We use, of course, our social reach to get people to our app in order to get the data directly and use the data again to keep on growing. And so we also launched RBFA TV, which we did a soft launch. We just wanted to give a bit more lifetime to the qualitative content that we make. And so in our app, you'll have a sort of Netflix-like platform where you can find everything back. So in an ideal world, in a few years, if you remember that fantastic goal of Jan Keulemans, you will find it back at the right spot in our app. That's a bit when it comes to platform. Communication, very simple, like everybody. We want to go very individual. That speaks for itself. So content is king, has been said over, I don't know, more than 20 years. But if you want to do it properly, execution is queen. And for us as a Royal Belgian FA, that's really important. We cannot make mistakes. We need to be qualitative. I mean, we think of ourselves that we are important, but also our fans think we're important. So we really need to pay attention and get the means to get a good strategy. So we have a very small team, 4 people, 2 producers, 2 content creators, and they're supported by well, a bit of an ecosystem on an editorial platform way and also on a production level. So a good team, strong people, very young, very flexible. They do everything and they're really fantastic. But of course, you need to adapt the means to the ambition. We made some partnerships. For example, with NEP, we built a small studio with a green key. It's used every week. Every Monday we make, for example, a program called Under Review, where we discuss the VAR and everything that happened during the weekend. And we try to make that program as good as we can, so everybody forget what happened with the VAR over the weekend. So, voila, we use it for multiple reasons. It's not that expensive, this kind of material, but it gives you a lot of stuff back. We use planning tools, we use software to help the teams. And of course, we also work with EVS MediaHub. We're very thankful for this collaboration. We're really happy with this. When I arrived 3 years ago, our whole archive was on a hard disk on our content creator's desk. You know, the typical boxes that is used. And I said, okay, what happens if you pour your coffee on it? Not a problem. I have a backup in my drawer. So that was the situation only 3 years ago. So with MediaHub of EVS, we've been able to put everything in the cloud in a secure way with the whole backup systems. It's easy to search. When we were, for example, in Qatar, I had a team in the desert and a team in Brussels, and it was easy to work with that. And also recently, we're working hands in hands with the people of EVS to test the artificial intelligence that is being ingested in the system. So we're very, very grateful for this. A true love story, isn't it? Voila, to sum it up, I'm the last man standing between you and your lunch, so I'll just leave you with some examples of the stuff that we did. First one, I now realize that I'm in a hall full of production people with very, very, very big companies, but this is the thing that worked best until today. In nomine Patris et Filii et Spiritus Sancti. So it's done with a smartphone. So and it got us at between 45 and 50 million views on TikTok. So, I mean, nice studio that we built, but this is the thing that has been said before is also working, probably because of the stars who are in the video. Another thing that's running today. 1, 2, 3! Wunderbar! 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 So voila, a campaign we're doing with in collaboration with ING, a bank. Another good example we think of branded content. So if there are musicians in the hall, you can still subscribe and send your videos, and you can be part of our anthem that's been recorded in a few months. And last one, a thing that I usually do, just for the fun of it.
Please, over to you, Mr. Martinez.
Thank you.
Mr. Martinez.
Oh, Your Majesty. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
It is just a suggestion, but I know why you're here. It's devil time.
3, 2, 1.
Kevin,
Wat moet ik doen?
volgens het boekje moet je daar zijn.
Oké, sorry.
Ja? Allee. Plus vite, iets sneller.
Yes!
So voila, it's a bit of to explain you a bit the variety of content that we're making. So that's it. Thank you very much, and enjoy your dinner. Thank you.